All right, Commanders-Chargers, very odd game. It felt like it was just going nowhere for a while for the Commanders, and then it completely flipped the script. Commanders outscored them 27-0 after the first quarter in Jayden Daniels' return.
It was like, so let's just get to some of the meat and potatoes of where the game went crazy. It's 10-0. The Chargers are driving in the second quarter, and you're going, oh, my gosh. They're dominating the football game. Like, Washington can do nothing on offense, right? Jayden Daniels, the pass game, we know that Chargers pass defense is awesome. The run game wasn't really working early on, and you're going, man, going out West Coast, Jayden Daniels first game back, they're about to get blown off the field here. They're driving. Herbert hits Quentin Johnson down the middle of the field. He fumbles, right? That was a big moment in the game. Big moment, but not the moment where you just went, whoa, things totally changed and went crazy. So that's a big moment, but it gets one-upped a few drives later where I believe now Washington got the ball in the fumble. Chargers got it back. They punt the ball deep down into Washington territory. Washington has the goal line. Now they have to punt. They punt the ball. Ladd McConkey returns it for a touchdown. But they rough the punter, and it gives the Commanders an automatic first down. They go down and score a touchdown before the half. They get the ball to start the second half. They score again, and the game goes from 10-0 on the verge of being down 17-0 to we're up 14-10, and the Chargers couldn't do jack diddly squat from that moment on. It was unreal.
It really was. It just felt like they had no answers when things got a little hairy for them.
That's what we're going to see here.
And unfortunately, you have to start wondering, like, are there some real concerns here? Because, the second straight loss, that's going to happen. But Herbert with 4 interceptions in his last 3 games, he threw 3 in 2024. Now, they are being more aggressive this year.
They definitely are.
So, like, you can't just go by the numbers because this is a different offense.
Right. It's that. It's also the O-line problems. Right.
Massive.
They're a team that's built around their O-line. That was what they were hanging their hat on. That we could run the ball, we could dominate the line of scrimmage, and then off of those looks, Justin Herbert will carve you up. Instead, it's become a little bit like, oh, no, we have to try to carve you up to now kind of open up the run game. Justin Herbert's getting hit too much. That's hurt their football team. I think the other thing I worry about a little bit here is O-line problems, and I've liked what I've seen for the most part, but we're getting to a time of the year where teams start to hunker in on what teams do on one side of the ball. And, self-scouting thyself is important. Teams start to show tendencies. And what I do worry about with the Chargers and the Greg Roman offense is, do people catch on to them? It's a few weeks in a row here where I've gone, they start the game out hot. They game plan for people. They have nice plays. They do that. But as the game goes on, there's not as much sustained offense. And that's been a problem with Greg Roman. It's something I worry about going forward with the Chargers as we sit here and watch them, lose 2 in a row.
Awful day for the tackles for the Chargers. Austin Deculus gave up 3 sacks, 5 total pressures. I know they had kind of a revolving door with the right tackle injuries. Pipkins, he gave up a sack, and I think that was his only pressure. But they had to play Jamari Salyer at tackle, and he gave up a sack as well.
Anytime you're rotating offensive linemen, that means you're in trouble.
Yeah, they've just dealt with injury after injury.
And Washington's going to crowd the line of scrimmage. They're going to play man-to-man. And, early on, like I said, the Chargers had their way. The other thing I think we have to worry about with the Chargers, and I think we brought this up a little bit last week, is their front 7. We saw the Giants run the ball on them. And now we've seen Washington run the ball on them. And let me just tell you, the Giants aren't that good at running the ball. Okay, they're not that good. All right. So the thing I tell people sometimes with the Chargers is I go, if I didn't tell you Khalil Mack, tell me another guy in the front 7 of the Chargers. Right. I think if we asked John Smith on the street,
they wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know. I'm not sure. Right. So I think that's another problem with their football team. Their pass defense is incredible, but I don't know if they're elite enough up front to stop some of these better offenses, especially that can run the ball. And Washington continues to gash people in the run game week in and week out.
So varied up.
It's surprising to me. I mean, I'm shocked, amazed by that with Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, it feels like the Poona Ford loss for the Chargers is being felt. Yeah. I know they drafted Jamari Caldwell. They want some other guys to step up. They've been injured on the edge, but they're definitely feeling the injuries up there and just being thin.
Yo, homies, it's time to watch some games. That's right. We're on to the NFL season here with Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, Sunday night recaps after every game, and much, much more.
Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies. Remember, subscribe. Peace out.